Now, world, forgive me if I offend when I say this, because men are dogs and women, they learn to try to become like, the part that are wearing the pants, because men, act like children a lot of times. They're like selfish, they're selfish, like, did I say selfish, childish, selfish, ignorant, it's always like me and stuff a lot, and it's like, if you're a good woman, it's like, what about me? And you don't ever ask that, you're just like, wow, that hurts. But if you're a terrible woman, obviously, you're like, shit, give me that money, this and that. I hustle all these dudes, blah, 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 blah. I had a disagreement with my sister once when I was saying that the word in heat doesn't just refer to dogs. They're like, yes, it does, because dogs get in heat. They're just get pregnant. Well, when a woman's in heat, just like a man's in heat, but they're not getting pregnant, a man, they're still horny, they're still aroused. The dog that is a Dachshund and a weenie dog did not stay humble to the dog that we paired it with. It went and got, got pregnant from, sadly, the father of that dog, because of how that breeding is for dogs. Now, that has nothing to do with this, no. That is sick. I don't like that. I'd rather them, pay the money to crossbreed with a different dog. But that's how people do when they're breeding dogs. If they want a certain brand, a certain color, or, you know what I mean? Like, however, they're trying to divide it, separate it, and make sure they get, like, the, the cream color, the long hair, whatever the heck. They want these little golden retriever looking weenie dogs. And some of them are amazing. Little Oscar, he's a little mixed, like, colored. I don't know how to describe it. But, almost looks purplish with this gray. It's very beautiful. And the thing is, she right away, got paired with the other dog, and she got pregnated. Was it her will, or was it, because animals can bite and snap back. Like, no, I don't want you, like, I've seen that when I've had German Shepherds, you know what I mean? There was times where she was in heat, but she didn't want to have that engagement, my dog, my German Shepherd. But when women are in heat, just like men being dogs, and I say men are bitches too. So don't get that politically incorrect if I'm just calling women bitches. Like I said, if you're a good person, you don't deserve that title. If you're a bad person, shame on you. I don't care what the world calls you, guy or girl. But when you look at how women are taking these pills to not get pregnant, how women are wearing condoms, who's to say that we're not all in the same entitled, or, in the same boat of saying we're in heat than dogs? Whoever made that differential clearly showed you to brainwash yourself to say we're that much different. Now, am I saying they're different as far as like, there's countries, sadly, where people can marry a sheep or a goat, no. Don't ever cross that line. I'm just saying the difference of that argument that happened was ridiculous, because the person who I argued with was my oldest sister. And, I'm very ashamed of her as far as us not getting along and, a lot of crazy childhood trauma. But me being a little kid and me understanding this anthropologist type of stuff, from here and there, like past, present, and, the difference and all that, the changes, we've all gone through all of this. There's a story that's going around, which is very true. When you had the unk, you had the female and you had the male, and it was like, praise the woman, that's the woman of your children. That's your chief, and you're supposed to protect your squaw. And of course, make your children into great little chiefs and leaders, and, make your tribe expand. So when it comes to that word being in heat, it offends me, but, none taken if you're the type that's like, that makes no sense. Clearly, I just made a point to all of you that if it wasn't for all of this not getting pregnant ability, you would very much be the same as a dog being in heat, guy or girl. Thank you.